Hello, today's lesson is lesson 109. It's called Consumer Interest. All right, it costs money to borrow money. So if you buy a house, you have to pay interest on the loan you take out. If you buy a car, you have to pay interest on the loan you take out. If you use a credit card and you don't pay your balance off in full, you have to pay interest on the money that you borrowed from that company. So we're going to talk about 3 scenarios when we would be charged interest. The first would be when we get a mortgage. A mortgage is the name for the money that you borrow when you buy a house. Usually, mortgages last either 15 years or 30 years. The 30-year loan is more common. You have a monthly payment, so you pay a certain amount back to the bank or whoever you took your mortgage out from every month. The monthly payment is made up of the balance, the principal, plus interest that you are charged. So let's say you bought a $300,000 house and you pay 7% fixed interest for 30 years. Your monthly payment would be about $2,000. So you're going to pay $2,000 a month for 30 years to own this house. All right, in total, you end up paying the amount you borrowed from the bank, and then you also add the interest that you pay over those 30 years. So notice you end up paying $420,000 in interest to buy this house. So the total amount you pay for this house is $720,000. All right, the next type is an auto loan. This is for when you buy a car. Auto loans usually have a higher interest rate, but are typically for a shorter duration. Duration means length of time. So usually auto loans are either 3 years or 5 years. So let's say you bought a $20,000 car and you had an interest rate of 7.5%. APR stands for annual percentage rate. And so you're paying 7.5% APR for 36 months. How many years is 36 months? 3 years. So this adds up to a monthly payment of about $622. So the total you'll end up paying is the $20,000 that the car costs and about $2,400 in interest. So for 3 years, you're going to pay $22,400. If you increase the length of your loan, let's say you went up to a 5-year loan instead of a 3-year loan, your monthly payments will decrease, but you end up paying more interest overall. And the last situation we're going to talk about today is credit card interest. So credit card companies offer you a line of credit and require you to make monthly payments. If you pay your balance in full, you are not charged interest. So if you use your credit card and pay off the whole balance every month, they don't charge you interest. However, if you don't pay in full, then they typically charge 1.5 to 2% interest on your balance at the end of each month. All right, so example 1. Sierra has a student loan balance of $6,000. The bank charges 4% interest on the balance each year. What is the monthly interest added to Sierra's current balance? All right, so we have $6,000, and we want to figure out 4% of $6,000. So what does of mean in math? Well, of means multiply. All right, when we have a percent, remember, 4% can be written as 4 over 100. So the decimal in 4 is at the end, and I need to move it twice because I'm dividing by 100. So if I move it backwards 2 times, 4% is 0.04. Of means multiply, so I'm going to multiply 6,000 times 0.04. 4 times 0, 4 times 0, 4 times 0, 4 times 6. I have 2 decimal places. So she's getting charged $240 per year. They asked us, however, what the monthly interest is. So if I'm paying $240 interest each year, I'm going to divide by 12 to figure out the month. 24 divided by 12 is 2, and add my 0 back in. So she's paying an extra $20 a month for her student loan balance. All right, example 2. Brennan's credit card charges 1.24% monthly on unpaid balances. If Brennan pays $180 on a balance of $1,790, what will his new balance be after 1 month's interest has been added? So we know he gets charged 1.24% 4% on unpaid balances. So here was his balance, but he paid $180 of that. So how do we figure out his unpaid balance with $1,790 and $180? We're going to subtract them. So his unpaid balance is $1,610. All right, his interest rate is 1.24%. How do I change 1.24% to a decimal? Divide by 100, so I move my decimal point back. So it is 0.0124. All right, how do I find 1.24% of 1,610? Of means multiply, so take my longer number and write it on top, and I'm going to hang my 0 off the end here. All right, so 1 times 4, 1 times 2, 1 times 1, 1 times 0, 1 times 0. Placeholder. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 2 is 14. 6 plus 1 is 7. All right, and then 2 placeholders. 1 times 4, 1 times 2, 1 times 1, 1 times 0. All right, bring my 0 down and then add these. I get 4, 6, 9, 9, 1. All right, I have 4 decimal places here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a decimal. This is money, so I'm going to round to the nearest hundredth. So 1996. All right, would that make sense if my balance is 1996? Nope, that's the interest that I paid. So I need to take my $19.96 and add it back on to my original balance. All right, 0 plus 9, 1 plus 1 is 2. So his new balance would be $1,629.96. That doesn't seem like very much, just adding about $20 back onto your unpaid balance. But if you're adding $20 a month, every month, it's going to add up over time. All right, if you would like more practice questions, please check out the practice set on page 719 and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.